Hello everyone. This video tutorial is an update on how to create the GeoForm in the new ArcGIS Online interface. Right, let's get to it. There are total 7 steps to create this GeoForm. The first step is to create a CSV file. After that, you will log in to ArcGIS Online to upload your CSV file. And then in the ArcGIS Online environment, we will set up the GeoForm and open the layer in the map viewer. And then from the map viewer, we will create a GeoForm and finally test the app. Right. So the first step is to create a CSV files with the headers of the fields that we want to collect in the field activity. So as usual, we will create the CSV file using the Excel environment. So I've already pre-created this CSV file with the fields date and time, class, group, site, pH, DO, turbidity, and description. What I need to do next is to save the file in the CSV format. Alright, so I save it in my desktop called watergi.data.csv. Do note to change the extension to CSV. Click save. So I already have the file. So I'll be using this format, yes. Right, let's move on to the next step. The next step is to log into ArcGIS Online. Okay, go to the ArcGIS Online URL, sign in with the credentials you're provided with. So for my case, this is my username. Oops. Okay, you'll go to the main homepage of the, you'll be loaded to the main homepage of the ArcGIS Online. So we will go to My Content where we will upload the CSV file. Right, so step number 3 is to upload the CSV file into the My Content area. So this is the My Content area. So what we do here is we add an item from my computer and we'll navigate to the file that you have saved, the CSV file that you saved earlier. So for my case, it's a watergi data CSV. Right, click open. So you'll be required to put in a tag, maybe you put in your school name. Right, make sure that this publish this file as a hosted layer is checked. Right, to locate the position. Right, so we use address and the country is Singapore. So the fields that will point to the address, we will set it as a site. Right, so using the site location field, we'll put it as a postal code. Right, and another thing to note is your field type. Right, for date and time, we'll change it to the field type as date. For class, right, it could be in a string format, it could be letters and numbers. Group as well. For site as well, we will leave it as string. But for your pH, DO, and turbidity, or any fields that you will collect in numbers, you have to change it to a single. Alright, single. And for the description, since it will be in text format, so you leave it as string. Okay, you just want to change the time to UTC plus 8. Okay, that was Singapore. And we scroll down. This will be the add OK button, right? So click on add item, add item button. Click on it. So your field collection layer is now set. And you will be directed to the item details screen. Okay, we're done with uploading the CSV file into the My Content area. The next step is to set up the form in the item details screen. Right. Do note that we will need to enable 2 things. First, to enable attachment so that you can submit your photographs. And the next thing is enable editing so that people can contribute to your data collection, right? So let's go back to item detail screen. You might be prompted to locate some address. You just click no. All right, you'll be coming back to this layer again later on. Right, so in this overview, remember to enable the attachment. Right, so we see this enable attachment means you have already enabled the attachment. So the next thing to note is to go to the settings. All right, enable editing. So you have a whole set of features, who to edit, who can edit, what can the editor see, right? So just allow editing, allow others to export to different formats. So you allow people to download your data, and then click save. So items successfully updated. Now that we've set up this layer, we will want to then go back to the overview and to view the layer in the map viewer. So add a layer to a new map. Right, so we will come to a map, web map settings, environment. So after we've done this, right, we are going on to the web map settings area. So in the open the new map viewer, right, we add the layer to a new map we've just done. Right, we now will set up the location where you want your field data to be collected, and then save the map. So we're back at the ArcGIS Online environment. So there's no data, so we can just leave the style as it is. So the class, the attribute, just leave it as a class and click done. So there's no data, and it's in the worldwide map. So we want to search the location where we want to do the fieldwork. So maybe for this case, we want the Jurong Lake area. So okay, still quite big. So we might want to zoom in with a scroller to zoom to our study area. So let's say this is Jurong Lake area. So we set the environment such that when the students log into the app, they will see this particular app. So we'll save this map. So we save as. So it's called it water GM. So you can put your school name. So you tag your school so that you can search for this map easily. So save in your folder with your username. I click save. So after saving this map, now we can move on to creating the GeoForm. So we've done the map. Now we're going to go on to step 6 to create the GeoForm. So here we need to click on share in the web map, and then also we need to take note of the web map link so that we can actually come back to this map again to do the analysis. And when we publish the GeoForm, do also take note of the GeoForm link. This is the link where we can give to the students to do their data collection. So this is the map. This is the name of the map, web map that was saved. Now we're going to click on share. So share to everyone, so everyone can have access. Then there's a note ask you to that all your layers will be shared. So yes, okay, we will update the sharing. So all of the data will then be shared to a public, shared to everyone, right? So this is the map link. Remember, so when you do take this down, so when you share, when we come back to analysis, you come back to this map. Right? So you can copy, paste it somewhere first. Right. The next step is to then go on to create a web application. Right. So in the web application, we will choose a configurable apps that allows us to collect data. And when we scroll through, you can see GeoForm, select GeoForm. And they will provide us a preview of what it looks like, and go on and click create web app. Right, so these are the credentials that you have clicked. So you have entered earlier on, so everything's okay. And you just click done. Right, it brings you to a separate interface where we will be creating the GeoForm here. Okay, it took a while to load. So when it's loaded the GeoForm builder, so it's actually altogether 10 steps here to publish until you can publish your GeoForm. So click next. Okay, this is the map that we created. Check that the map name is correct. So click next. Then the layers that is editable. So you choose the water GI data layer that you want the students to edit. So click on next. So here you can set up the look and feel. Alright, so the headers and logo, so in some instructions here. Alright, so again some setting you can actually leave it as it is. Click on next. Scroll up, this is important. Alright, so we want to set up the time, the date and time. So we configure the date and time such that when the students go into the app, the time and date is set automatically. Alright, and then class group is okay. You may want to configure and remind them to only key in values for the pH, DO, and turbidity. So this is where you set up the hint, right? So please only right. So remind them to just key in the numeric values. Okay, so I do likewise for DO. Right, so if they accidentally key in the units, then it will you will have difficulty when it comes to analysis later. Right. So we set it up. Right, it's enable the attachment. So if taking a photo is a requirement, then you want to make it a required attachment. Otherwise, you just leave it as it is, and then click next. The style, okay, there are many different styles to choose from. We can leave it as it is. Click next. The viewer, so the viewer will allow them to immediately see what they've submitted. So we can style it at the moment as their class, so they get identified by their class. Click on next, and you want to enable offline support so that they're able to submit the data. But then when you so when you come back to a location where there's a internet connection, then the system will allow it to submit them when it's connection, right? So otherwise you can leave the rest as it is. Click next. So this is a preview of what your app will look like. Okay, you can check through, make sure everything is okay in order. So see, the reminder is there, and it looks good. Okay, so it's okay. Then we'll click next, and now it allows you to save. So save your GeoForm. So once you save the GeoForm, right, you will then be provided the link. So this is a link where the students will be collecting the data from. So you do make a note on this GeoForm. All right, so your app is done. Okay. Okay, so we have finished the GeoForm. Now we are next to ready to test the app. So what I can do is I can give the link, the URL to your students. So I put it into a mobile device or any web browser, and you can test it out. Right. So go ahead and deploy your data collection app, and let me know if you have any suggestions on how to make this better. Thank you.